Okay, hey Capricorn, this is wishkotheferret. Welcome to the Ferret Den, where we're keeping things warm, we're keeping things cozy, and today we have a reading for March 6th to the 12th. So let's see, let's flip to the page here where we're at. Today we have, not today, I'm sorry, tomorrow. So the time that this posts, it will technically be today, but March 7th is the full moon in Virgo. Just so you're aware, so go ahead and look up the astrological transits of that's not something I do on this channel. So if that's something that you're into, if you're into those kinds of energy reads, just be aware that the full moon in Virgo is around this time. Before we get into the reading, I am launching a Patreon, hopefully next month. I'm still working on it. I'm still tying together some loose ends, and yeah, let's just get the show on the road. So, Capricorn. What I want you to do, as always, tune into your heart space, call in your guides, call in your spirit team, settle into your heart center, and let the energy around you settle spiritually, physically, and emotionally. Also, let that energy settle within so you can determine which messages are for you and which messages are for other people. And with that, I will lead you into prayer, also me, so that I can channel this stuff to you. So, thank you, Archangel Michael, for surrounding us with a bubble of protection and light. Thank you for helping us keep the icky away, and thank you for helping me channel strong, accurate information for our audience. Thank you, Angel Team. Thank you, my spirit guides, for helping connect me to the highest source of love, the highest source of truth and light, so that we can give guidance that is gentle and empowering. Relax. Okay, I'm only going to take some of these. Nope, you know what? I'm going to take them all because I have a feeling that the way that they came... Okay, so it's the way that they came out that's important for the reading. Got it. So, Capricorn, I'm getting a headache. And it's not my headache. I feel like, oh man. What the heck, Capricorn? So you have the world in reverse here, which is interesting because I wanted to put it right side up, and then Spirit said that was reversed as I was pulling more cards, and I was like, okay. So I guess it's important that it's reversed. Usually the world upright means that opportunities are presented to yourself. It is a completion of the cycle, of some kind of cycle. Having it reversed indicates, it's almost like, okay, this kind of sounds kind of cliche, but it's almost like your world is turned upside down, and it's almost like you're like redirection is necessary here. There's something here about like not being sure of your placement or where you're at or where you're going. There's kind of like this obscure energy around. It's an obscure energy about not being able to define where you're at in your present situation. They literally just told me physics. I don't know, maybe some of you have issues with vertigo or like weird, like, I don't know, there's something weird. This is like, there's energy bouncing around everywhere here, and I feel like because of that, it's either like you're feeling scattered or foggy, or things are like dismembered, like energetically around. Like it's just scattered and like in groups. I don't know how to explain it, but it's almost like you might have like a very productive time period, or you might be like doing an activity, and then all of a sudden you just feel like really lost. You're like, what? Like, and I think this is kind of how like the situation or something this week is navigating. I don't know if this is just a confusing week for you. Maybe the full moon is just making things a little crazy right now. But this is showing up in your work cycle, and this is like because like when I rolled your astro dice, this is coming up as South Node, as the what, Gemini as the type of feeling it's producing, and then the manifesting in your 6th house, which is your work environment, your habits, your daily routines, and also in your house of health. So this is like something that, first of all, if there's anything occurring like in terms of frequent frustrations with cognitive impairments, definitely see your doctor, because that's important. I am not like licensed for that stuff, but if something is happening to you frequently like that, definitely get consulted to make sure that there's nothing wrong with that area. But if this is speaking of more of like an energetic place, of more like a frequency that you're on, if this is less of like a medical and more of like a just feeling a little scatterbrained as of late, it might be something that it's almost like this confusion kind of envelopes you in fear a little bit. I'm hearing somebody say something about enveloping in fear. So there's something here about interesting. It's like I just heard someone say that you're quick to discuss matters with the public. And I'm not quite sure what that means. I don't know if like you're bringing your confusion out into the open and then it's causing confusion. It's just like I don't know. There's just this repeating thing that's happening. I don't necessarily feel like it's because usually when you get South Node, it's karmic cycles that are repeating itself. I don't necessarily think this is that major. Maybe this was like this is just a frequency change is what I'm hearing. This is like a frequency change. This time period this week is like an odd, it's confusing, it's odd. You might feel a little scatterbrained, but that's just how the energy is manifesting and working around you. I mean, like the ringing is really loud in my ears right now. Like it's hard for me to pick up on this energy because it feels like that for you. So let me just... You're dealing with a duality here with Gemini. There are two sides presenting itself in either a situation, or maybe you'll see two sides of certain things that are coming about this week, and it's almost like you're not taking a side, and you're kind of straddling the middle, which is fine. It's okay to take the middle ground. It's okay to be in, I heard, no man's land. It's okay to be in no man's land for a while, but if you don't come forward with where you stand eventually, it does get a little confusing, not only for other parties involved, but for you. And this doesn't necessarily have to relate to another situation, but I just feel as if there's just some discombobulation going on, and I feel like it's manifesting in the things that you do. Maybe it could be in terms of like your health habits too. I really feel like you're kind of disengaged on the front of your health habits. So really check back in with the body. Make sure you're taking care of your body. That's a big message that a lot of energies, or a lot of like the different signs are getting in their energy reads. So I really feel like, and of course, like being in Virgo, that is a time where Virgo is an energy of being practical, logical, paying attention to the details, and also paying attention to our energy fields in terms of like the physical body, in terms of the mental energy that we're expending, things that we're giving, things that we're taking, and just focusing on those energetic exchanges and balancing it out within ourselves, taking care of our bodies, things like that. And I feel like everybody's getting that message of needing to take care of the body and needing to take care of, this is the house of our soul, so we need to take care of it. And there's this feeling or this fluctuation that something's not quite right, and it's reflecting in your, like, it's like, I mean, you're shifting and it's here for a reason, but it's just causing all this combobulation. The Queen of Pentacles here, the Queen of Pentacles says that you are actually very nurtured at this time. Not quite that you are nurturing. I mean, you might be a nurturing individual, but Queen of Pentacles, I really feel like I really feel like this is something that you can be receiving at this time from somebody else or from yourself. Like, this is the nurturing energy that you need to be reflecting on yourself to take care of yourself at this time, because it's absolutely necessary. You have Seven of Swords here. This is like, you need to protect yourself. You need to protect your energy. That's what Spirit just said. They said you need to protect yourself. And it's not that people are trying to take your energy on purpose. They might be sapping your energy on purpose, but this is like little negative energies just coming and just taking bites out of your energy. And I'm not saying this is actually happening spiritually. I'm not saying that this is actually what people are doing in real life to you. I'm just saying that, you know, the things that maybe you've agreed to, the things that you normally say yes to, they might just be a little bit more draining than usual this week. So taking a step back from those and, you know, really tuning into yourself. If you want to say no, or you might be feeling a stronger urge to say no to things when before you might have said yes, trust your gut, say that no. Trust your gut and say that no, because you really need to protect your energy. You can't really afford to be spreading yourself in too many different directions. And I really just feel like there needs to be a focus of coming back in on the self and honing in on the self, because there's just too much happening all out here and not enough like being grounded. I really feel like y'all need to like ground heavily, Capricorn. You need to ground. Your energy's all over the place, and I need you like here. I need you here like this. And I'm gonna be frank with you. I don't need anything from you. You obviously do whatever you feel called to do, but I feel like your soul would really appreciate it if you found some grounding stone to cling to. We have here the Five of Pentacles and the Empress popping up. At the same time, you have the Ace of Swords kind of jumping out all over the place. These are the cards that kind of exploded onto the floor. And what I have for you here is, you know, the Eight of Swords, it is a sudden epiphany that you make. It's a sudden idea. It's a sudden inspiration. It's a sudden... I just heard something's going to suddenly drop. I think they mean like drop from like heaven. It feels like they mean drop from heaven. There's going to be something that just drops from heaven and just downloads into your body immediately that you're like, oh, okay, this is what I have to do. And it's almost like you're making the transition from this kind of lost and confused energy of the Five of Pentacles into the Empress. Really, the reason why you're undergoing this, I mean, there are many reasons and there are many levels to this energy right now, but what I'm feeling is that, you know, this is calling attention. Like, you're kind of discombobulated now because you are being called to be attentive to the self. The Empress is very nurturing towards herself. The Empress knows how to take care of herself, and like, she is fire. She is on fire, like in a good way. But you can't shine like that. You can't come forward like that because there's all of this energy all out there. And what Spirit is saying is that because your energy is all out here, and that is calling attention for you to do something about it and to ground yourself so that you can start walking into this Empress energy. There is a transition and you will be successful with this, Capricorn. It's just coming out of that like static energy, like not static energy. Maybe it is static. I don't know. Like it's like that scattered energy, I guess I meant to say. That scattered energy, and coming into a more focused, self-loving way. Because the Empress also, I feel called to mention Venus. The Empress is self-love. Because I'm hearing with Five of Pentacles that, like maybe you feel like a disgrace, or maybe you're shaming yourself in some way. The Empress is somebody who is very, like, loving, though. And it's so interesting because we have these two, like, the Five of Pentacles and the Empress are, like, direct opposites. I mean, like, the Five of Pentacles, I always interpret as feeling left out in the cold and feeling like you can't go into that church, you can't go into that safety. You really feel cast out and, you know, suffering. But the Empress is feeling like a boss-ass bitch. Excuse my language, but that's what I do. You know, she's a boss-ass bitch. She is, like, fertilizing her lands. I mean, she's a very, like, fertile, abundant, like, she has a lot of stuff, and I mean, she knows how to use it. And it's not even like the abundance around her, it's just the feeling of abundance and the feelings of self-love and Venus and just love, joy, pleasure. And it's just the exact opposite of this. So the fact that we have Gemini present there, it's like a duality type of, like, situation. And I feel like you have what it takes to make it across to the other side. And by the other side, I mean, like, the side that you're in is kind of darkish right now, but, like, you have what it takes to get to the lighter, like, the light at the end of the tunnel, basically. You have what it takes to get there. But it's through an epiphany that's going to take you there and kind of launch you into kind of getting out of this energy. It's interesting because so like my ferrets are out and about and playing, and they're ducking right now. And what happens is Aria, my one ferret, is being groomed by Near right now, and she's really like frustrated and pushing her away, and she's like, no, 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 I don't want you to nibble at my ears and clean them. And she's just like, no, no. And she's trying to turn around and bite her. But it's almost like she's kind of giving in too, because like she's like, okay, well, I know that it has to be done eventually, and Near's just kind of dragging her back into the bed. And basically, I mean, this is what ferrets do, this is how they groom themselves, but essentially this I feel like is the energy of you, where you're like, you're refusing to let yourself be pampered. You're refusing to pamper yourself. And it's almost like if you don't pamper yourself and if you don't give yourself the love that you deserve, the divine will drag you to do it. Like, even if that means throwing you icky things in order for you to turn around and try to take care of yourself. Like, they will find a way to pull you back to that self-love that you deserve and that you know you deserve. So keep that in mind. Like, you will be stepping into this energy. We have Vulture Spirit. Nothing is wasted. You don't have to worry about this, by the way. I'm hearing like Spirit is like telling me to remind you not to worry about this, by the way. This is something that you will, like, it's attainable for you. And like, this is something like having a clear head, feeling like a lot of self-love, feeling very positive and grounded. That's something that you can have. Like, this is just like it's like a really like, I don't know. It's just like a weird week for you, Capricorn. I don't know. But like you're working through this energy and you're coming out. I really just feel like big 5 energy. Like the number 5, which is like change and like all of this other like just in between frequencies and stuff. Like, you'll get there. I really feel like you're going to get there towards the end of the week. Vulture Spirit, nothing is wasted. This is not a waste of your time. Self-love is not a waste of your time. Things that you're thinking is a waste is not actually a waste. The Vulture Spirit comes in with a new perspective and a different viewpoint of the fact that, like, and, you know, and a different viewpoint that you can pamper yourself and that this energy is not wasteful. Like, you're not, this isn't all for naught. You might be frustrated because it's present now, but it's teaching you something. The vulture has a crown on its head, and it's really pulling me back. It's drawing my attention back to the Empress. And what this is saying is that, like, it's kind of drawing the connection to that self-love again, which is why I feel like the vulture is calling you to say, this energy is calling you, like, this energy that is frustrating you right now, is calling you back to self-love. Oh my goodness. Oh, some of you need to sleep too. I'm not even tired. Some of you need to sleep. But there's like, I don't know. I feel like the best way you can just handle yourself gently is what I heard. Handle yourself gently. That's what Vulture Spirit is trying to come through to tell you is that changing your perspective to where this 5 of Pentacles stage right now, it's doing you favors. It's okay. You're going to make it through it. You're transmuting this into something better. Koi Fish Spirit says there is always enough. You don't really need to be in a rush to get anywhere because you are just abundant in every way. Abundance is available all around everywhere. And I feel like they're drawing attention. Spirit's like showing me an image of like this really big koi pond, like a really big koi pond. But it's a lot bigger than you think it is. It is surrounded by, you have coral reefs, you have lily pads, you have other fish in the sea, you have other kois. You have so many ecosystems in this lake, and you have so many treasures to find. There are things buried in the sand that you have the ability to dig up. There are so many things in this pond that you can find. And there's so much adventure waiting for you, and there's so much joy to experience. And Spirit's kind of calling me attention to just how much is in this pond, and you're in it. You're the koi. You're in this pond. And that's the message that comes with this card, is that there's enough for everyone, and there is most certainly enough for you to experience everything you want to do and experience and more. just throwing that out there. I'm throwing that out there because it seems like Spirit is like, it's really just the time to hold you and to reassure you and to tell you that it's all going to be okay. That's what I really feel like this reading is. Like, it's someone just told me I'm struggling to ground them. I think Spirit's really trying to help you ground. And this reading is hopefully helping you do that. But I feel like rocks and stones, I don't know why I keep getting drawn to that. Either crystals are going to help you, or just rocks in general, going out and actually putting your feet on rocks. I mean, maybe you walk in nature and maybe that's grounding for you, but I really feel like for this group in particular, take your shoes off if the climate allows you to do that, and then just go outside and step on a rock or something, some kind of like mountainy surface of sorts. Take careful care of your feet, obviously, and maybe dig into the dirt, because right now one of my ferrets just started digging behind the door. He like pushed the door and started digging. Coda, hey baby, don't do that. There he goes. Okay. But really take the time to feel through the dirt, feel through the earth, feel through stone. Stone, I feel like in particular, is coming through strongly for you. You have lizard spirit, dream the world into being. I know. I just heard someone say, it's a hassle. It doesn't have to be. Dreaming the world into being, what can you have? What can you experience? What can you be? And how can you feel? It's imperative that you hold on to that hope and you hold on to that vision. Even if it doesn't have to be anything brilliant or magnificent or larger than life. You don't have to imagine swimming in $1 million. I mean, hey, if that's what you want to dream and you want to manifest that, go right ahead. But even if it's just a simple image of peace, you can have that. And the lizard spirit is saying that you need to dream a little bit more so that you can, it gives you something to hope for. Hi. It gives you something to hope for. It gives you some kind of vessel so that you can start breathing life into it. That's what Spirit's wanting you to do at the moment. And what's going to make your life easier right now, Coyote Spirit is actually making your life easier right now. Trust in divine detours. And see, coyotes are sneaky, and coyotes get a bad rep for being sneaky, but they're like on the other side, like, like foxes, they're very clever. Coyotes are good scouts. They might get off the trail, but they're always going to find their way back. And the thing is that the coyote spirit comes with the message that this is a divine detour. Like, it might not feel like it's your grandmaster plan, and it might feel like a little hiccup on your road. But this is actually something that you're meant to embrace and fall into, so that you can, it's almost like you feel unsettled because it's like, oh, I feel like this is a waste of my time. I feel like I should be doing something else. I feel like I should be somewhere else doing something else. I don't really feel like why. I feel like I'm just hearing someone say, I don't get it. You don't have to get it, honey. This is just settling into your energy and channeling something through. It's like you're changing your vibration and you're trying to acclimate to something new. It's like new structures that you want to put in place or new things that you want to do. You're just recalibrating for the next stage of your life. You're recalibrating for this next cycle or this next scene that's going to start playing for you. And the coyote spirit is kind of, I don't want to say they're stalling to like wait for divine timing, but it really feels like the coyote is leading you around because there is something kind of annoying that you would have run into, like if you were just focused and like on your path and just getting rid of all of like the distractions or whatever, quote unquote. I just feel like it would have been hard for you without your energy shift. It just would have been hard for you to get through it, and it would have been just annoying. Coyote Spirit's actually doing you a favor, doing you an honor, I guess, by leading you around in almost a circle so that when you come back, the pathway's a little bit more clear. It's almost like when you walk in the circle with the coyote, you're training yourself a little bit more and your energy is recalibrating. You're gaining some patience back is what I hear. You're gaining some patience back and you're gaining some more understanding about yourself. And you're coming back to the same point that you were before, but you're going to be able to proceed a lot faster, a lot more clear, and right into like, you know, that state of abundance, so that you can come in with fresh eyes and recognize that it's all around you and that you can accumulate more of it. So with that being said, Capricorn, I'm going to roll the angel dice for one final message for you. Let's see what we got. 1, 4, 3. Take your time, Capricorn. Take your time. It's like another thing that's coming through. Take your time shifting through this energy. So 143, you have known your guardian angel for lifetimes. Meditate and ask your soul to reveal helpful memories. Oh, let me try that. Let me say it one more time. You have known your guardian angel for lifetimes. Meditate and ask your soul to reveal helpful memories. So, and whatever higher powers you believe, it doesn't matter if it's a guardian angel, it could be a guide, it could be God, universe, angel, spirit, whatever you communicate with. But you have spirit energies that have been with you for lifetimes. This is known as a guardian angel, but you might see it as something different. But this energy is trying to communicate things. So I see your angel kind of dusting you off. You have a bunch of sand all over you. I feel like this is like a Page of Wands type of vibe, where like you're this wanderer in the desert and you're parched and you're looking for something, and then your angel's just coming up and just dusting the sand out of your clothes and trying to like clear your face a little bit so it doesn't get in your eyes, because they're trying to help you see. And I feel like this could be discovering, like walking through past lives, and that could actually be whatever this Ace of Swords is, whatever information that comes through from the divine, whether it is channeling past lives, whether it is, this could be in the form of dreams, this could be in the, dreams, this could be in the form of visions, this could be in the form of just things that all of a sudden you wake up one day and you just know, like, just like that. Epiphanies, anything, it's just like, sometimes a great circumstance, it's almost like they're making you aware of some great circumstance, either from a past life or a great circumstance in this life. They just said something about a great circumstance, so I'm just throwing that out there too. But your guardian angel specifically wants to talk to you about I just heard that you have trouble recognizing what's true and what's not. And I'm going to tell you this. If it spreads your heart space with peace and love, ask your angels. Tell them to give you the feeling of peace and love for what's true. The more you practice doing that, and the more you practice connecting through love, the more you'll be able to see which information resonates with you and what doesn't. I feel like for some of you, maybe writing out some of your things can help you determine your truth as well, because I'm feeling something in my throat chakra and I'm feeling it burning and I feel like something needs to be expressed. So writing out maybe like spirit communications or your dreams or maybe your thoughts or like whatever inspirations are coming to you, writing those out and trying to sift through the energies that way, that's another thing that can help your guardian angel kind of explore. Like, that's how the divine explores through you. I just felt a little like tap on my shoulder, like they're there. And I think that when you sit down to write, like at least for me, it helps me more. Even before all of this psychic medium stuff started happening to me, for me rather, before all this stuff started happening with me, I was able to channel so many things growing up as a writer. I was telling my future without meaning to. I was expressing myself from my heart space and realizing, like when I look back and I read it, like when I read some of my previous works, it makes me like not only organize my thoughts. It not only helps me organize my thoughts, but it helped me gain information for what I needed at that current moment in time, as well as giving me things that I needed to know for the future. So in a way, your writings can be prophetic without realizing it. But like I was crafting parallels, but you, on the other hand, it can manifest for you in different ways when you're expressing yourself through your throat chakra. So that's just something to keep in mind. Those are just some ideas throwing out there of how you can connect with those energies So you do whatever calls to you. But thank you, Capricorn, for tuning in. I really appreciate connecting with your energy. If this resonated with you in any way, and if you so feel called, go ahead and like and subscribe down below so you don't miss content from me. And as I said, I'm launching a Patreon in March. So, no, not March. It is March now. I meant April. Maybe there's a reason I said March. I don't know. But I am working on it in March to post hopefully sometime in April, if not sooner. So definitely subscribe if you want more updates on that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I love you. I'll see you next time.